Start off by saying it's great to be here. This brings back a lot of old memories. Let me talk a little bit about my personal story with chess, because I started playing chess when I was about 3 years old. I had a half brother who lives in Costa Rica. He got that 2400 rating. Big player, solid. I remember playing with my dad when I was about 3. They taught me the game, and I played with my dad until about age of 8. And I beat my dad for the first time playing chess. And after that, my dad wouldn't play with me. And I'd say, Dad, how come I want to play? It's just fun. I'm having a good time. It's a good game. He said, no, now that you've beaten me, he said, you've beaten this skill set. You got to play somebody who's better than me to get better. Keep playing me. You're not going to get any better. You got to play somebody that's higher ranked. Because getting beat is how you learn and how you wind up learning. So if you're beating me now, there's no point. It'll make me a better player, but it won't make you a better player. And that always bothered me. It stuck with me because I wanted to play with my dad just to have fun. But once I got into high school, I went to a school out in California called Bellarmine College Prep, which had a good chess team. We had about 30 players that used to get together and play, and pretty competitive. And you try to get into the top 7 boards because the top 7 players got to go play against their high schools and compete. I had a pretty active league out west. Played and got to know a lot of guys. We had some really good players. Talking about a guy named Koshka, good friend. I still keep in touch with the guy. He was our bottom ranked player when he joined as a freshman, and he got beat a lot and thought I could just drop out and not bother playing anymore. But he kept studying, kept playing, kept figuring things out, bought puzzle books, learned, and became our number 2 ranked guy eventually. And that year, in our senior year, we got to go to the national championship. He won. Our high school won the national high school title in 1987, which is really, really cool for chess. Again, the guys that I hung out with were all my friends, and come back with the big trophy. We were kind of surprised to see that. But a lot of neat memories. You guys, in terms of chess, what I can tell you, if you like playing it, I used to play it. You can study all you want, study openings, endings, how to do things. Every situation will be unique, and that translates into life. Every situation you run into in life will be a unique situation, how you approach things. But the skills that you develop and the discipline you develop is what makes you figure out every one of those problems that you face in life later on. So chess translates into a lot of cool stuff. We're talking about cool tournaments, the cool things you guys will be able to do if you can get your schools to set up teams and compete against other schools. A lot of fun. People think, it's just a game. It's a sport. You burn a lot of calories. We are not sitting here stressing, looking over games. They found that the human brain consumes a ton of calories medically. I'm a doctor is what I do for a living, and you consume a lot of calories doing that. A guy named Gary Kasparov years ago played in a world championship. The guy lost 30 pounds in that match against his opponent because he was just consumed with it, and it was so much stress and so many calories with it. So it is a bit of a workout for your brain, doing a lot of good things and developing a lot of good things in your brain. I serve in the state senate right now, which is over in Clark County, which is Winchester and Mount Sterling and northern Lexington. We got to come out here. Coach told me a little bit about what you guys were doing here, and I said, yeah, I'd like to come down and hang out. And just for me, it's just fun to be around the boards again and seeing people excited about chess. Any questions, you guys? You got a question for me?
I don't have a question, but I heard the end of the story.
Yes, tell me the end of the story.
So I heard the end of the story was the king then said, is there anything else? So and he said, then I'll take the crown. So the king had to give up the crown.
That's maybe the case. My father told me this story years ago. I'm glad my dad didn't make up the story. He told me the real thing. That may be the case. Me, I've told him up to half of his kingdom is what I was always told. So it's just kind of cool when you start multiplying that, how much power there is in that and how much math and things you guys are going to use as far as problem solving, which is kind of cool.